Just like that, Meat Boy, it's the meat event and an absolute slobber knocker. Can't wait to break it down. But real quick, shout out to our latest sub, Midnight Run. Appreciate you and all 584 of you meatheads that have been grilling and chilling with us for a while now. So plenty of good stuff in 2023 from Meat Boy MMA. Hoping to hit 1,000 subs one day. Interesting matchup here, Meat. Sergey Spivak taking on Derrick Lewis. Who do you got in this one? Because Derrick Lewis is a near 2-1 dog. He's coming in having been finished twice, right? He lost in the first round most recently against Sergey Pavlovich, and that was in Texas. I got to imagine that was the last time we'll see the Black Beast fight in Texas because he does not have great luck when there. And before that fight against Sergey, he lost again in Texas, got finished by Tai Tuivasa, and that was a back-and-forth slobber knocker, and one that I guess we proved that of the guys that can just bite down on the mouthpiece and swing bombs, Tuivasa is the last one you want to do that against because we thought it was Black Beast, but he got slept. So it's interesting to see how he does in this one. He has lost a lot of weight, right? He's much more leaned out. I'm very curious to see what how much he weighs because this is a guy who used to cut down to get to 265, and now he's looking like he's weighing 230. So I'm interested to see if he's faster, if he still has that same Black Beast power that we've always looked forward to, and just what this revamped version of Derrick Lewis looks like because he does have some quality wins. I mean, this is a guy who's beat Curtis Blades, beat the Boa Constrictor, beat Blagoy, Volkov, took out Francis. I mean, that was obviously a snooze fest back in the day, but a lot of great stuff from Derrick Lewis. So I'm interested to get your thoughts on this one because Sergey Spivak is a guy who I know you have been appreciating throughout his recent run. I mean, he's won 5 of 6. The only loss he has was to Tom Aspinall, and that was an easy work first-round finish for Aspinall. But other than that, all those recent performances from Sergey have been impressive, and it seems like each fight he's getting better and better. And he is fighting guys who I don't think are that great, Greg Hardy, Augusto Sakai, but he's improving noticeably each time. And every time we see Sergey Spivak, his English is a little better, his skills are a little bit better, and maybe this is the opportunity he needs to really break through into that next level. So what are your thoughts on this one? Are you riding Derrick Lewis as a plus 200 leaned out dog fighting in Vegas, not Texas, or taking the polar bear? What do you got?
Yeah, this is a fascinating fight and an interesting one to break down because, like you said, yeah, Derrick Lewis has been looking real slim. And I feel like kind of the X factor to him was, maybe not the best grappler, maybe not the best cardio, but he had that big tank-like body, and if he touches you, you are done. Um, is he still going to have that? I don't know. It looks like he's going from 265 to 225. So it's really going to be interesting to see how much he comes in on the scale, but I'm just going to give him benefit of the doubt that he probably still has coconut bombs in those fists of his. And if he touches, Spivak, I could see him doing the same thing that he did to Curtis Blades. Because Curtis Blades versus Derrick Lewis is a 90% chance that Derrick loses Derrick Lewis loses and gets absolutely smothered and submitted or KO'd on the ground. That's how I see this fight going. But then there's that sliver. And he pulled it off last time. And he sent Curtis Blades to the Shadow Realm. Can he do that with Polar Bear, or did that slim fast shake get to him and he lost a lot of power? I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. But with all of that factor in of the unknown, I gotta take my boy Polar Bear. Like you said, he's getting better and better every fight. And he's 28 years old. I mean, who would have thought? This kid looks like he's 40, but he's absolute savage, getting better and better, looking absolutely phenomenal his last few fights. And I can't wait to see, I feel like he's going to be a title contender, if not a champion one day. He's so young, and he's only getting better, and he's a big dude. So I think he's going to have the size advantage. I think he'll have the striking advantage. Will he have the power advantage? I think so too. With all that slim fast, Derrick Lewis has been drinking. I don't know, man. It's gonna be very interesting, but I think he takes it to the ground, gets a first round submission or KO against Derrick Lewis. Which, always hate to see because how can you not be a fan of Derrick Lewis, even though I always pick against him? But that's just because I don't think he's that good. He just has crazy power. So I think it's a 90-10% chance, 10% Lewis, 90 Spivak, but I don't know. Maybe Derrick still has that slim, fast power and sends him to the Shadow Realm, which would be fascinating to see him being that small. But yeah, I got Polar Bear, first round submission.
Yeah, you'd love to see the YOLO knockout for Lewis because it's been a little while since we've gotten to enjoy one of those. And although Meat says it's 90-10, I'm looking at Tapology and they're saying it's 57-43. Majority is rolling with the polar bear. Brown, they think that that KO TKO finish is most likely, and maybe there's something to that, right? A slim down version of Derrick Lewis, who has already lost 2 straight contests by KO or TKO. Maybe Sergey is able to be that third straight. And if you look at 43% of Derrick Lewis, it's basically all Brown. They're all going with that Black Beast KO, and that's where I'm going to meet. I just think there's way too much value. It's about plus 285 for Black Beast to win by KO. I mean, this is a guy who has the most KOs in heavyweight history, and although Sergey Spivak is a tough guy historically to put out, if anyone's able to do it, I'm taking Derrick Lewis, and at basically 3-1, I got to capitalize on that for sure. However, again, I think the question is going to be, does Derrick Lewis still have that same power? What is he going to look like when out there against Sergey Spivak? Because this is a guy who before really relied on that one-punch YOLO. And if he doesn't have that, curious to see what his strategy might be. Do you think that Sergey is going to take him down, or do you think that the losing of all the weight will be helpful to Derrick Lewis? Like, how do you think that the grappling factors into this one, given the weight shift for Derrick Lewis?
Yeah, the only thing I could see where maybe like, he's losing all that weight, maybe he's a little bit quicker in and out and he's moving and grooving like Israel Adesanya. If somehow he's able to just get some speed from losing 10, 20, 30, 50 pounds, whatever he's lost, maybe he's moving in and out and his footsies are a little better so he can really, execute on his striking and then get away on, the takedown defense. But he's 37. I just can't imagine he's going to get faster than what he already is, even though he's lost some weight. I don't know. I don't see it be an anomaly if he gets significantly faster. Maybe his jabs get faster, but usually when you lose weight, you lose some power, but you gain some speed. So it'll be interesting to see how much on both ends, and if it's a good thing or if it's going to be his demise and Polar Bear absolutely ragdolls him first round.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it personally. Meat over here is going with Spivak by finish. I'm going Derrick Lewis by finish. Let us know down low. Are you taking the Black Beast in this one? Are you taking the Polar Bear? What do you make of the Derrick Lewis weight shift, and how do you think that factors into it? Let us know your thoughts down below, and appreciate you checking out the